Have you ever admired someone so much that you wished you could be them? Maybe for a day or even a few hours or minutes? Well, someone took that idea to a whole new level. It's the kind of story folks wouldn't believe if they didn't see it. But from 2008 to 2010, someone actually pulled it off. She impersonated one of the greatest barrel racers and even scam companies. We're talking about Cervi. She isn't just one of the greatest barrel racers. She's a 4-time world champion, 19-time National Finals rodeo qualifier, winner of the Tad Lucas Memorial Award, and a household name in rodeo. Now, the question is, what kind of legacy gets your identity stolen? How big do you have to be for someone to try and become you? Today, we uncover the life, legacy, and incredible journey of Cervi. And don't forget to like and subscribe. This is one story you'll never forget. For Cervi, rodeo isn't just a sport, it's in her blood. Born on September 17, 1975, she is the daughter of Mel and Wendy Potter. Now, these weren't just your average parents. Her father, Mel Potter, is a rodeo Hall of Famer. Her mother, Wendy, was a 3-time qualifier for the National Finals Rodeo. So yeah, the bar was set pretty high from the start. Growing up on the family ranch in Marana, Arizona, and spending summers on their cranberry farm in Wisconsin, Sherry and her older sister, JoLynn, started riding horses from a very young age. Even from that young age, there was something different about Sherry's competitive fire. Whatever she did, she really tried to do it well, Cervi's father said. She was pretty mad about knocking that barrel over. She's knocked a lot of them over since, but she doesn't cry like that anymore. Sherry joined the Women's Professional Rodeo Association at just 12 years old and completely dominated the youth circuit, being named the Arizona Junior Rodeo Association's all-around champion every single year from 1986 to 1993. Sherry wasn't just a cowgirl. She was a full-time athlete. She stood out on the basketball court at Marana High School. She played all 4 years and earned all conference honors. Most weekends, she would finish a tough game on Friday night and then hop in a car with her parents and drive all night to make a rodeo by Saturday morning. But no matter how good she was at other things, barrel racing had always had her heart and gave her the most trouble. She called it her passion, but also her biggest struggle. She rode for hours, chasing the perfect run, pushing herself until the sun disappeared, and still, the big wins never came easily. After high school, Sherry joined the rodeo team at Central Arizona College. Sadly, her freshman year didn't go as planned. She only won about $10,000, and that wasn't enough for where she wanted to go. So, she made a bold decision. She made a deal with her dad to let her leave college rodeo and take 1 year to go all in. 1 year to turn pro and try to make the National Finals Rodeo. No backup plan. Just her horse, and a dream. It was a big risk, but that's what rodeo is. Betting on yourself, even when the odds are completely against you. And for Sherry, it wasn't just about winning. It was about proving she could master the event that had always pushed her the hardest. That summer, her family bought a gray gelding named Sir Double Delight. Everyone knew him as Troubles, and almost immediately, things started to click. That deal she made paid off, big time. In 1994, at just 19 years old, Cervi didn't just qualify for her first ever Wrangler NFR. She won the Reserve World Championship. The cowgirl was officially on the map, and that was just the beginning. The next year, 1995, was a banger. She didn't just qualify for the NFR again. She came in at the top, having earned more money during the season than any of the other 120 contestants in any event. This earned her the right to wear the coveted #1 back tag, and she was only the second woman in NFR history to ever do that. At just 20 years old, she was already an elite company, and she lived up to the hype. Riding Troubles, she won her very first World Championship title. That same year, she also won the Houston Rodeo for the first time and married Mike Cervi Jr., a rodeo stock contractor. Cervi became the Reserve World Champion again in 1996 and 1998, proving her consistency. Then came 1999. This time, she was riding a different horse, Jet Royal Speed, best known as Hawk. Hawk won the Horse with the Most Heart Award not once, but twice. Together, Sherry and Hawk rode their way to her second World Championship title. In that year, she won more money than any other rodeo contestant, male or female, breaking records for single-year earnings. She was on a roll, winning just about everywhere. Houston back-to-back in 2000 and 2001, Denver, Cheyenne, Calgary, San Antonio. She'd taken home titles from every major rodeo at least once. In 2002, she hit a major milestone in one of the biggest honors a rodeo athlete can dream of by representing Team USA at the Olympic Command Performance Rodeo in Salt Lake Lake City. That wasn't just a win. That was proof she was one of the best in the game. But life has a way of testing you in ways you never expected. In September of 2001, shortly after her 26th birthday, Sherry's world was shattered. Her husband, Mike Cervi, tragically died in a plane crash. In an instant, everything changed. In her own words, his death made her grow up overnight. She said, "I was going along thinking, I've got it good. Everything is working out, and I'm going to be taken care of. And when he passed away, my whole world came crashing down." Her determination was put to the ultimate test. Though her heart wasn't in it, she still competed at the NFR just 3 months later. After fulfilling her Olympic commitment in 2002, she quit and walked away from the arena, not sure if she had ever come back. For a year and a half, she stayed close to home, unsure of her future and her ability to compete. So, what pulls you out of a hole that deep? For Sherry, it was the one thing that had never let her down. Her horses. You can't ignore them, she said. They still need care. They still need to be ridden. At some point, Sherry just wanted to crawl into a shell, but those horses kept her going. And by 2003, she stepped back into the spotlight at the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo. Just before her run, she stood in the alleyway with Mike's mom, Deanne. Sherry turned to her and said, "I don't know if I'm mentally strong enough." Deanne looked her dead in the eye and said, "Yes, you are, honey. You are." And just like that, Sherry locked in, made her run, and took the win. After her incredible comeback, Sherry was a constant threat. But to build a dynasty, you need a new partner, a lifetime horse. And that's when MP Meter My Hay, a stunning Palomino mare named Stingray, entered the picture. It all exploded in 2010 when Sherry and Stingray rode, starting with a massive win at Rodeo Houston, pocketing over 60 grand. Sherry called it the kind of year you dream about. She rolled into the 2010 NFR on fire, but it started rocky. In the first round, Stingray acted like an inexperienced horse, looking around the massive arena. They placed 10th, but Sherry wasn't worried. Fortunately, she gets stronger the more runs she makes, she said. And boy, she wasn't kidding. They bounced back fast and took round 3. Then in round 6, guess what happened? Sherry Cervi made history, becoming the first barrel racer to surpass $2 million in career earnings. But the most iconic moment was yet to come. In the 8th round, Stingray cut loose. They completed the pattern in 13.49 seconds, breaking the NFR arena record. I thought, is this really happening? She said, recalling the shock. It was a fun run. It was kind of a blur. She was going really fast, and I just knew that I needed to ride her how I always do. When the dust settled in Las Vegas, Sherry Cervi was crowned the 2010 World Champion, her 3rd world title. Even sweeter was that she did it on a horse that was born on her parents' farm. 3 years ago, I was watching the NFR in the stands and thought, man, I've got a nice horse. I hope I can be here one day. And here we are, Sherry said. Thought 2010 was impressive? Hold on tight, because 2013 will blow you away. Sherry Cervi was winning everywhere, and the pressure became even higher when the NFR season came. I had placed in 9 go-rounds so far. I thought, 14 seconds, and this is going to define a year. I was really nervous. She did more than just define the year. She owned it. Sherry placed in the top 6 in all 10 rounds, a feat of near-perfect consistency. She didn't just beat the NFR average, she smashed the record. Her earnings at the NFR alone were a staggering $155,899, more than any other competitor in any event, earning her the Ram Top Gun Award. And when it was all said and done, Sherry Cervi became the 2013 World Champion. Her bond with Stingray was legendary, but even legends have their last ride. In 2017, after a run in Pueblo, Colorado, Sherry knew it was time. "I remember thinking, the day's gonna come when I won't run her anymore," she said. "I want to enjoy that run, just in case it was the last." And it was. Sherry retired Stingray sound and strong, but the goodbye still hurts. It's been 6 years, and I still can't talk about it without crying. Just last year, she saddled her again for the first time since that final run. No lights, no crowds, just a quiet moment between a champion and the horse of a lifetime. So what do you do after you've won 4 world titles, set records, and earned millions? If you're Sherry Cervi, you keep building your legacy, guided by a simple but powerful philosophy. When asked for the best advice she's ever given, she credits her parents. Work hard, and that work will eventually pay off if you have faith in yourself and your ability, she says. If you stay tough and stay focused, it will work out. That mental toughness is something she actively cultivates, often turning to her favorite book, Mind Gym, An Athlete's Guide to Inner Excellence. She also emphasizes the importance of your circle. You seek out the positive people in your life. That's very important. There's negativity in the world every day. Keep positive things and positive people in your life. In 2014, Sherry Cervi married fellow world champion, team roper Corey Petska, a man she calls her best friend. They became a true rodeo power couple. Then, in 2016, she hit another milestone at her favorite venue, the Houston Rodeo. She officially became the first WPRA cowgirl to cross the $3 million mark in career earnings. Her total career earnings today stand at an incredible $3,380,095. That same year, she qualified for her 19th NFR, tying her with Charmaine James for the most NFR qualifications in history. In 2018, she received one of the highest honors possible when she was inducted into the National Cowgirl Museum and Hall of Fame. Her hometown of Marana, Arizona, even honored her by naming 2 streets after her, Sherry Cervi Way and Barrel Racer Road. But perhaps her greatest legacy is what she gives back. Passionate about the next generation, she started the Sherry Cervi Youth Championships, a nonprofit that holds barrel races for kids and awards thousands of dollars in scholarships. In her own words, you never know the impact you'll have on a kid's life. I want to leave the Western industry better. Today, Sherry and Corey split their time between Arizona and Wisconsin, raising cattle, training the next generation of horses, and yes, she's still competing. As she puts it, a lot of people think I'm retired, but I want to make the NFR again. That same fire she had as a kid with the stick horse is still burning. From that handshake deal with her dad, to breaking records and pushing through unimaginable loss, she's done it all. Sherry Cervi's life is proof that a true champion isn't just measured by wins, but by the heart it takes to rise after the fall. She's not just a winner, she's the standard. What's your favorite Sherry Cervi ride? And which of her legendary horses do you think was the greatest of all time? And if you love deep dives into stories of rodeo legends who defined the sport, make sure you smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. You won't want to miss what's coming up next.